You know, one of the biggest problems I've heard about Prague is that you can never find just basil when you need it. Here in America, there's basil everywhere. It's like basil cheese, just growing cars. Yuck. So, I promised a vlog, and a vlog is what I'm gonna give. Now, I want the vlog to reflect how I'm feeling, how the trip is actually going. And so it's gonna be honest. It might not be funny, it might not be exactly what you want or super entertaining, and honestly, probably only like 5 of you, which is 4 grandparents. Oh no, I lost one, which is 3 grandparents. My bad. Sorry, Stan. 3 grandparents and 2 parents are probably watching. So that's it. But I'll be honest, abroad's been really hard. Mental health is a lot harder than you'd imagine on abroad. It is really hard being away from your support system that you normally have, from down to the simple things like your bed, your room, your family, your routine you have at home. It's really tough to find that groove here and not feel alone, and my situation in particular is difficult with my OCD and being away from Michaela, and it's been really hard on me and on her. She's a trooper, she's a champ, but none of this has been smooth sailing, so I've had to find my own, way of doing things. How am I going to get through this and make it into an experience that it should be? I should gain something from it. I mean, I remember talking at near the end of the summer with Michaela's mom about what Mark, Michaela's dad, would have said to us, and Michaela loves this, and that we should go out and have these experiences and grow and like learn about our independence and find really awesome things. And some of those things I have trouble with, like socially or drinking and all this stuff, because of my mental illness, so I have to choose different paths. So I've decided to grow a beard. So we're working on that. It's not exactly working, but we're trying, we're attempting that. I have decided to try to write a book. So I'm writing a fantasy novel, which I will link up here, which you're welcome to check out. It's in view only mode, so you can't edit it, but if you have any comments, ideas, suggestions, hit me up about those. It's also based around this fantasy world where mental illness plays a big role. I've also been taking my own personal adventures in Prague. So I went to the zoo. You can check out some videos right here. That was cool. They had way more animals than I ever expected in a zoo. Like, it was much different. Oh, there's some dogs. It was much different than the American zoo. Like, there were leopards and tigers and giant salamanders. There was a I forget what it's called because I never skied, but there was like a lift to the top of a mountain where there were more exhibits. It was just so cool. I switched arms because my arm was just dying. I went to a playground and played basketball yesterday myself, which was super cool. I had to find it the other day. I wanted to find the only English bookstore in Prague because I started reading the preview chapters of this book, Ready Player One, which is being made into a movie on Amazon, and I read it at like 3 a.m. and couldn't stop reading it, so I had to find the book. So I went to this only English bookstore in Prague. It was called Shakespeare and Sons. It was like this little hole in the wall place. It was super awesome. Oh, here's a dog. We're going into like this cool park, and I got the book and I read it all, and it was super good. Highly recommend. Like, amazing book. Really cool. And then what else did I do? Definitely done other personal projects. I got to the mall a lot. Going to the mall made me feel secure because I knew the way there. It was like one of the few stops I knew how to get to, so it worked really well. There's this really cool like rock climbing area over here. I think they shut it down probably because it was unsafe, but you could imagine being like a little kid and like crawling in these. A little Czech kid. I also learned Czech alphabet. That was cool. Classes were hard with my OCD and stuff, and being around other people was pretty difficult, but learning Czech was definitely cool. Czech history, not as much. Like, I felt really bored. And I've just continued to do those things that I need to do to make this my abroad experience. That'll definitely be different than other people's abroad experience. my anxieties scare me too much that like I can't go out like drinking with people. That freaks me out too much, and I can't do some of those things, and I don't want to go really on trips with other people. So, you know, I'm planning to obviously travel a ton with Michaela, but also go, you know, to Auschwitz myself and to learn about my family history on a solo trip. What better way to grow as a person? Continue to write my book, continue to play basketball. Actually, the basketball gym is right in here. It's in a little playground, but it's a European court. I mean, it's made of like styrofoam, but you know, I had this like vision that all the kids would like come around me and like the American, and I would teach them how to play, and it'd be really cool. Like I'd give them the basketball and like they'd all be like, whoa, how do you shoot, and I'd like demonstrate how to shoot. Looks like we're coming up to a party. There was a wedding here in this park last night, which was awkward because I just like walked right through it in my gross sports shorts like an American just coming through. This park is beautiful. Finding those little places. If you're going abroad, know that it's not just about homesickness. It's about dealing with the problems you deal with at home abroad. It's about having all those things and at the same time having a hard time finding food in a grocery shop because everyone's speaking a different language and you don't know what anyone's saying. My first day, I went to buy a squishy ball because I wanted like something to like play with in the room if I was stressed out. I went to this toy store and I got it, and they were like, do you want a bag? And I was like, yeah, totally. And then I tried leaving the store with the thing in the bag. I paid for it, and they started screaming. They're like, no, like the bag costs money. And I was like, what? So every bag here costs money. You can't get it for free, which is crazy. And I took out like $1,000 bill here. It's called crowns, 1,000 crown bill. And the thing was, you know, cost 1 crown. So they all start laughing at me and just go, Joe, go. So I go, and I got that. I wanted to go buy new bedding because the bedding's kind of gross. So I went there, and the lady who was in the, I don't know what you call it, like home goods store, spoke zero English, like nothing at all, not even hello. So I had to just point at things and say cheap, 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 to find like the cheapest sheets, the cheapest pillow, cheapest pillowcase, and so forth. So right now I'm taking you this really cool view of this vineyard in Prague. It like overlooks the whole city, this beautiful vineyard. It's amazing. And these are the little experiences you have to take in because other things are so difficult and have been for me and have been for the people who support me, like Michaela and like my parents. Amazing. And that is all real wine. That's a real vineyard right there. I don't know if you call it like real wine being grown, brewed, whatever. It's been hard on them, so those people need as much support as I do because I'm taking this in stride. I do Skype therapy. I'm fine. He's in California. It's 9 hours behind me, so I do it at 1 a.m. Big deal. You do what you gotta do. But I'm fine. You know, I was born with this. I take my struggle in stride. The people who choose to support me and stand by me, like my friends and Michaela, those are the people who need the most love and support. And if you want to keep following along, I'll try to vlog much more often. You're definitely allowed to, oh, here's the wedding party. Oh my God, no, this isn't a wedding party. This is something entirely different. It's like a fair. Let's go check it out. You're welcome to follow along with the book. I'll be writing every day on a daily basis. I'll be writing and adding things to it. Oh my God, moon bounce. I love moon bounces. I so wish I could do that. I'll be writing and adding to the book every day, taking more adventures to zoos. Man, this is like a little kid's playground. This is awesome. I wish I was little and allowed to do all these things. So keep in touch with me. Feel free to reach out, to message me, to message people who are supporting me. Just say, hey, hope everything's doing great, because everyone's also dealing with their own stuff. So thank you guys. Until next time.